Thanks for tuning in to what I call A Few Essential Words, where my goal is to share some beautiful poetry from the classics to the contemporary that contains some really good thoughts. Hi, my name is Ross, and I thank you for listening. In allegorical poems like fables and ballads, the full meaning of the piece kind of sneaks up on you. Have a listen to this simple ballad by John Hay called The Enchanted Shirt. The king was sick. His cheek was red, and his eye was clear and bright. He ate and drank with a kingly zest, and peacefully snored at night. But he said he was sick, and a king should know. And doctors came by the score. They did not cure him. He cut off their heads and sent to the schools for more. At last, 2 famous doctors came, and one was as poor as a rat. He had passed his life in studious toil and never found time to grow fat. The other had never looked in a book. His patients gave him no trouble. If they recovered, they paid him well. If they died, their heirs paid double. Together they looked at the royal tongue as the king on his couch reclined. In succession they thumped his august chest, but no trace of disease could find. The old sage said, "You are as sound as a nut." "Hang him up!" roared the king in a gale. In a 10-knot gale of royal rage, the other leech grew a shade of pale. But he pensively rubbed his sagacious nose, and thus his prescription ran. "King will be well if he sleeps 1 night in the shirt of a happy man." Wide o'er the realm the couriers rode, and fast their horses ran, and many they saw, and to many they spoke, but they found no happy man. They found poor men who would fain be rich, and rich who thought they were poor, and men who twisted their waists in stays, and women that short hose wore. They saw 2 men by the roadside sit, and both bemoaned their lot, for one had buried his wife, he said, and the other one had not. At last, as they came to a village gate, a beggar lay whistling there. He whistled and sang and laughed and rolled on the grass in the soft June air. The wearier couriers paused and looked at the scamp so blithe and gay, and one of them said, "Heaven save you, friend, you seem to be happy today." "Oh, yes, fair sirs," the rascal laughed, and his voice rang free and glad. "An idle man has so much to do that he never has time to be sad." "This is our man," the courier said. "Our luck has led us aright. I will give you 100 ducats, friend, for the loan of your shirt tonight." The merry blackguard lay back on the grass and laughed till his face was black. "I would do it, God wot," and he roared with the fun, "but I haven't a shirt to my back." Each day to the king the reports came in of his unsuccessful spies, and the sad panorama of human woes passed daily under his eyes. And he grew ashamed of his useless life and his maladies hatched in gloom. He opened his windows and let the air of the free heaven into his room. And out he went in the world and toiled in his own appointed way. And the people blessed him, the land was glad, and the king was well and gay. So, where does happiness lie? The poet John Hay was also a statesman, a diplomat, and a respected aide to Abraham Lincoln. Perhaps that is the reason his poem suggests that even a king's happiness depends on his service to his people. I've enjoyed thinking about this poem and hope you like this ongoing celebration of a few essential words. This is Ross wishing you more good thoughts.